Hey guys, and welcome back to Bomb Clock Reactions. This is just a quick video because I did say I would make one if there was an update in the Ginge, situation saga. And unfortunately, he has been asked to step down from Pengame. Obviously, you guys can pause and read. We weren't expecting this. This wasn't something that was on our bingo cards for 2025, and usually, especially with like things that are in the culture, you don't really get cancelled from stuff unless it's, on a wider scale. And Pengame is backed by much larger businesses and does have a certain standard to uphold. And I agree with a lot of people saying you allow, people that have passed to be disrespected, and you allow homophobia and all these things on there, but you're penalizing someone essentially for having an opinion. It was more than having an opinion. It was essentially perpetuating hate, and it could be considered that the show also has those views, and the show has black women on the show, and has black women as contestants. And how uncomfortable would people feel applying and coming to want to be on the show knowing there's somebody there that hates their guts? Not that it's that dramatic, but it is that serious. So I don't blame them for doing it. However, I did not see it coming. And I think it's sad because Ginger's a huge part of Pengame, and definitely a huge element of it that it makes it what it is. So that is going to be very sad to see him go and to see him leave from that. But I just want to say thanks for all the work you have put in, Ginge, and we've loved everything you've done up to this point. Unfortunately, actions have consequences, and it's just a shame that your actions in this particular scenario were how they were. It's a shame that your view is how it is. Honestly, I'm going to be honest, I think it's a shame that you think how you think. But in today's society, you can't be openly racist on a platform and still be attached to a platform that's offering education for kids, and inclusion. The values just don't align. So yeah, I think it's really sad, actually. I think we're gonna miss you a lot from Pengame, but I think this might be some much needed downtime to go and do the work that needs to be done, because as I said, there's learning to be had from this. So please take some time out for yourself. Please take some time to meditate, to go to therapy, to spend time in nature, and really get your head around life. I think I said this in the last video, so I'm not going to bore you guys with all the gory details. However, there is something that needs to be done, and if you can come back in 6 months to a year completely, with a fresh energy and a fresh mindset, at least open-mindedness, to say, okay, I don't have to date them, but I don't hate them, at least we can get to that point. And I don't actually believe you hate black women. I'm going to be so real, because if you hated black women, we wouldn't be friends. So I don't believe that you hate black women. I think you were triggered to go into your younger self and throw out things that you knew were going to hurt people, and essentially that's what you did, and it has a consequence. So all the best for your future endeavors and whatever you do have coming, and whatever you do have in the future. As I said, I'm not going to bore you guys with any more of it, because I just did a whole hour video or something that you guys can go and watch. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys the update, because I said I would give you the update. This is what Pengame have posted. This is their decision, and fingers crossed that Pengame's not going to suffer in the meantime, moving forward. If you're looking for a host, hey. Yeah, we'll see what's coming, because now Pinos is hosting. So where's Margs? There's a lot of changes happening, and as I saw someone say in the comments, it's not Margs's decision. This comes from higher up. This comes from higher in the chain. As I said, they've got big sponsors. They've got Lounge TV as a sponsor, Simon Cowell. Do you know what I mean? It's not really a joke, it's a real business. So yeah, I just wanted to put my 2 pence worth in after seeing that post. Like, share, and subscribe as always, and I will see you guys in the next Pengame. I will see you. Oh, it's been your girl D Ray Love, and I will see you Bumblecart soon. Stay positive.